Okay, aloha class, welcome today. We have a little fun lesson plan today that has to do with reading and getting to know characters and things like that a little bit better. But before we go over those things, I just wanted to share with us some of the things that we'll be looking at. And some of those things are able to answer key details that are in the text. And also going with that is working together as a group to create a web graph of character settings and major events. So before we get started, I want each of us, we're going to do a little activity, where each of us say one sentence of a story. So like one would say something and then you would continue on the story, keep going. So it can be pretty random if you want it to go along with a story that goes well too. So we're going to go around twice. And all of us are going to say something. So Marina, if you want to go ahead and start, then we'll go now.
Once upon a time, there was a troll
who broke his leg. And it's so sad.
A troll is like a fairy tale creature.
Those scary things from
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
They usually like live under bridges and stuff.
And so sad.
So sad.
Because he come up. So he used a cane.
But then one day,
The cane broke him.
what kind of story?
He met an angel.
He met a what?
Angel.
He met an Andrew?
Angel.
Angel.
Oh,
Okay.
he met an angel. Angel can break.
And he was so happy and he asked him something.
Okay, just finish the story. Finish the story.
The end.
Okay, I'll finish the story. The end of the story is that he asked her to heal his leg and she did.
Oh.
Everybody give yourself a high five. High five.
Happier. High five. Woo. High
Good
five.
job. And so, even though this story was very, I guess you could say, random and spur of the moment, I want you to think of who was the main character and what is the main character. The troll.
Everything's about the troll.
The angel.
And the angel, yeah? And so what were some of the key events that happened? There was 3 key events, basically.
Troll broke his leg.
Broke his leg, and then,
And then an angel.
Angel came and fixed it. Yes, those are the 3 key points. And so the major events, out of these major events, what lesson do we kind of learn?
Probably shouldn't rely on a cane.
Should be the angel.
Should be an angel? What about something that also that goes along with like you can always find kindness, not a rainbow. So these are all key major activities. And so the main character characters are the main people in the story, the one that the story kind of focuses on. The settings are the little things that happen in the story that make it, and then the main event or the main event is kind of the big thing at the end that gives a lesson out of that story. And so today, we're gonna go over that in our groups, and we're gonna really focus on who the characters are, what are the settings, and what is the main lesson that we can learn from those things. And so before I split you into your groups, I'm gonna go ahead and give a list of all the things that I want you to do. And so the first is I'll break you up into your groups, which I'll tell you later. And then I'll give you about 8 minutes to read over your story as a group and then create a web, which we've covered before in our class. Go ahead and draw it on the board just to remind you as well. Then you read the story together. I want you to read one sentence again of the story so you all get a chance. And then you follow the group assignment, which I put on the top of each of your papers. And then you write down the main character, the setting, and the key details, or the major events. And once you guys are all done, you can go ahead and let me know and we'll have a presentation. Does that sound alright?
Yes.
Does anyone have any questions?
Can you like write it on the board because I'm kind of lost.
Okay, when you guys are going over those, I'll go ahead and write it on the board. So while I'm doing that, let me just go over it again then. So break up into the groups. You have 8 minutes to do the story, and on the stories, each group has 2 different stories. By the way, I didn't say that earlier. And as you're doing that, you're reading one sentence at a time, and you have what you're doing in the group on the top of your paper, and it also splits you up into the groups. And so right over here are the groups. So group 1 is Melissa and Aruna. The second one is Kaylee, Marina, and Payne. And so these are might be very familiar stories to you guys. So it's going to be quite easy.
They're on the same team.
Yeah. So this is
Each
yours.
individual person has their own story.
No, you all have same stories. It's just your names have what you're doing for that group.
Cool, mate.
So you guys can go ahead and get into your groups and start reading, and I'll write down the rest
Sorry,
of
I
it.
left the water pack for you.
I know this here. Go ahead. And I'll write down.
What am I writing?
Presenter.
What does the leader do?
So you're the leader is the one who makes sure that everything gets done. That makes sure everything gets done. Kind of directs the team and what they need to do. The writer is the one who writes down everything in the web, the graph web. I have color pencils. Okay, so here you go. And then the presenter is the one who will present once everything is done.
Yes.
That's you. And then here are pens for you guys.
Oh, the blue one.
Pink.
Light blue one.
Okay, I was gonna say there's 2 groups. And pink.
Actually, do you want pink?
I'll put the pens
Do you
here.
have another pink one?
You guys can go ahead and decide what pens you want. You can color code it, and if you run out of things to write, you guys can go ahead and draw to help explain the story as well. Does anyone else have any more questions before you start?
So, we write out what happened?
So, like I was saying, the main character,
Oh,
the events, yeah, and the main lesson. Everyone good? Okay, great. And I'll write down.
In a web?
Yeah.
Do you have to demonstrate? I guess I'm starting.
So you write the name of the story in the middle.
Okay. Oh, in the middle. Wait. 11. Racing with.
And remember, this is first grade class.
So unsteady with race. Is that the name? What's the name?
It's at the top. The hair and the
She let
tortoise.
I think ugly
Doesn't
colors.
say.
Sorry.
Tortoise in the hair?
Yeah, that one.
We should make it green. Just turn it for green.
Alright.
Oh,
So, the name of the story, The Lion and the Mouse.
And we're going to read this out sentence by sentence?
Yes, as a team. So you each read a sentence.
Okay. I love the color pink.
okay. There once was a speedy hare who bragged about how fast he could run. Tired of hearing him boast, the tortoise challenged him to a race.
What's the study? Oh, the jungle, right?
Oh, wait, technically, all the
Yeah, jungle,
animals
right?
in the forest gathered to watch.
The hare ran down the road for a while and paused to rest. He looked back at the tortoise and cried out, "How do you expect to win this race when you're walking along at your slow What was his?
The hare stretched himself out alongside the row and falls thinking, there is plenty of time to relax.
Once the tortoise walked and walked, never ever stopping.
So he came to the finish line. The animals who were watching cheered so loudly for tortoise that they woke up the hare.
The hare stretched and yelled and began to run again, but it was too late.
Tortoise was already over the line. MOV001 steady when he first.
Okay. What's next? Major event. Okay. Okay.
So the characters are
Turtles and
Okay, so the mouse.
does the animal
The mouse disturbed the king's sleep. The king forgave him. And then the mouse saved the lion. Yeah?
Okay. Where's the side? The
The
fourth.
mouse woke up.
Is it a
Lion.
it says in the forest,
Lion.
together in forest.
King. Forgave him.
What's a tortoise doing in the forest?
First graders, wow, you guys are so advanced thinking.
You're getting talented. Okay, then what happened?
We're first grader. And then the mouse is
Oh, king got caught.
Good job, guys.
Caught the race in row.
So would it further
Mouse
mean that
saved
the forest
king.
challenge the hare ran?
Done.
Done. We are the best.
Remember, students, if you guys have extra time, you can go ahead and draw the story out.
Okay.
Tortoise challenge hare. Or
This is the lion. He looks like a symbol. Yep.
Very good job.
that's she's gonna have to homage. Very fun.
This is the mouse.
And took it out.
And this is the jungle.
What is it?
Yes, it's a tree. It's very open interpretation of it. So, do you want to read the?
Walking in one.
Do you want us to read it sentence by sentence, or do you want us just to split the paragraphs then? When we read it to the class.
You guys won't be reading to the class, you just be explaining the story. Yes.
Okay.
So you guys won't be reading to the class, you'll be explaining the story. So that's why the web is so helpful, because it breaks it down to where it's easy to explain.
Their story.
Stuck.
Are you guys done already?
Yeah.
I think you got the story down pretty well.
We don't need the moral part.
You can talk about it. Yeah. You can talk about it, but you don't have to write it down. But it's nice because these three things kind of help to come to a conclusion of what is the lesson of the story. That's why it's helpful. Thank you. If you guys are done and ready, you can go ahead and have a seat back. Back in your seats. So, Aruna and Melissa, will you present first? Yeah. Perfect, since you guys are prepared so fast.
No?
You present first. No, you're not. We'll wait till they're almost done. What was your guys' favorite part of the story?
Yeah.
Nice, very nice. Any help over there?
I'm just drawing my turtle shell. You can go without me.
Oh wait,
Wow, that's so nice.
isn't her drawing just
Wow.
amazing? Turtle shells are definitely
That's
the
so awesome.
hardest thing to draw. Just do fluffy ears. That's a bad ear. Perfect.
Nice job.
Okay. You want to go ahead and pass me the pens? I'll put those away. Thank
Yeah.
you. And then you can have a seat over here. Okay, so Melissa and Aruna, do you two want to start coming up? We'll get into it quickly. So you guys can go ahead and present. I'll go in the back of class. All right, thank you.
Okay, so this is our story, The Lion and the Mouse. So they are also the character of the story. So it's about the lion, the mouse, so the lion was called like the king of the jungle. And so one time he was sleeping and then the mouse making a lot of noises. And so he waked the lion up and he got mad and he went to kill the mouse, but then the mouse asked him for forgiveness. So this is like the major event. Mouse woke up the lion. The lion king forgave the mouse, and then one time the lions get in trouble. So at the end of the story, the mouse helped him. The setting took place in the jungle.
Thank you. Good job. Woo! Yeah, let me go ahead and go on and present. Oh, beautiful girl. Oh no. Small over it. Okay. So we had to try. I don't know who's the presenter. Not me.
So the story is turtles and Harry. So the setting is in the forest, and then the character also include other animals who are watching. And then the major event is the turtle. He challenged the ferret. They want to have a race, but then Harry made fun of turtle that saying he's too slow and he will not win. But so end up the Harry took a nap, but the turtle still keep walking until the end. So he win. So the lesson we learned is slow and steady, so they can win the race instead of having the belt but not using it.
Good job. Thank you. Good job and have a seat. Thank you. So what are some things that you guys learned from this lesson?
How to break a story down.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it easier to understand.
Yes, very true. Thank you. Anyone else want to add anything?
I just like that it summarizes things instead of like a little thing.
Yeah.
It's more creative.
Yes, thank you, Melissa. And I wanted to thank both teams for your presentation. I really like how your guys' was the mouse in yellow, because then it made it hard to see, and that's kind of what a mouse is, so that was perfect. And then I loved how you guys already had the moral of the story on there. And that's basically why we look for the characters, the major events, and the settings, is to help you understand what is the lesson or what is the purpose of this reading. And so whenever we continue to read, I want you guys to continue to have those thoughts in the back of your mind to kind of help you to remember those things and to help you as you continue to read. And then the lessons will come more easily. And so now that we're coming to an end of our lesson, all of these things will be helpful in our life, in each of us, because all of us have stories, and we all have something that we need to learn. And so as we think more about our own lives, which I actually want you guys to do for homework, so think about your own lives and think, who are the main characters in your life, and what are the settings that happened, and what are the major events that made them become a main character in your life. And so I want you to each think about that and do that for homework, and next class we'll go over those again. Do you think all of you can do that? Yes. Perfect. Thank you. And then if any of you want to bring pictures as well of those people, that would be nice as well, to kind of share the stories that each of you have. And then I will go ahead and look at you guys' projects and let you guys know about those as well. Thank you so much, class. You guys did a great job.
Yay!